Hi friends, so I'm in the Smoky Mountains for the weekend, and I figured it was a good time for me to show you the car setup. As you can see, I have a different car. My Jeep was unreliable and was breaking down back and forth from the dealer, so my little sister inherited that car and I ended up with the Rav4. Really cool car. It's the same exact setup, so if you want to see how I put it together in my other car, you can check out that other video. But basically all I did differently was that the back seats in the Rav4 don't fold down flat, they fold down at an angle, and so last minute I just took the saw and started cutting and measuring, so I kind of got the angle right. It's still a little angled, but I'll fix it later, and I think I'm gonna redo the setup anyways. But the Rav4 is bigger, which is really nice. I have a lot more space, and yeah, let's get into it. So this is what the car looks like with all of its screens on. It's got that. And I've got this big one that's held up with Velcro, and then I cut up some, not very well done, but I did some of those. The screens are kind of see-through, with the light at night nobody can see in unless I have a light on, but I did cut some reflectix just to cover half of it. But I do have a little curtain which that I took down that you can cover the whole thing, but if you cover it, it takes away a lot of the airflow. So that's what it looks like. And then I use my towel to cover the front. I do have the shades that go across the windshield, but I don't have any for the front windows, and my towel has to dry anyway, so that's what it does. So I'm gonna take these off, let some light in, and do an actual tour. So full disclaimer, I have a lot more stuff than I would for a weekend because I'm gonna be in Kentucky for 2 weeks. But here's what the back of the car looks like. Okay, so starting from this side, highly recommend getting one of these fans. It's USB rechargeable, and it's got a bunch of little legs, and so it kind of just sits here and it works all night. And then, like I said, this car has a lot more space than the Jeep. So I've got my propane tanks are in there. I've got this coffee thing, fantastic, 10 out of 10. I'm pretty sure I got it at Walmart. A container of water, and then my hiking backpack just slides in there. And then in here I've got my camping stove, a pair of gloves because I don't like touching firewood because it's animals and stuff, and then this container is just full of utensils and stuff like that. That guy sits right there. Under my bed I keep all my reflectix and my cutting board. This is my catch-all container. It's mostly empty for most of the day because I don't need everything all at once. So the soap and the things I use the most live in here, but then that way when I do need to cook, I just grab what I actually need and put it in the container and then take it with me. And then in here, nice thing about these containers is all my dry goods. So these containers fit sideways perfectly, so I can move them in there. Awesome. And then on this side is basically my kitchen area. It's just all my random stuff. This is my coffee bag, so I just grab it and go. And then something I wanted to give a shout out. My friend gave me this idea of collecting lint from the dryer to start as a fire starter. Works great. And then I had a bag of charcoal that's instant start, so I just cut it up into pieces and then just rolled it up, and so whenever this is my fire starter jar, whenever I need to start a fire, I just pull this out, and it's really, really helpful. And that's just about it. I'll move on to this side of the car. Having a mat is fantastic. Definitely recommend doing that. And then if you guys saw my other video, this comes up and this lifts up. It's kind of hard for me to do it with one hand, but I'll give it a go. And in there I have a bunch of stuff that I don't use on the regular, so that sits there. And so this is on the driver's side of the car. umbrella, rain poncho. In here, a little bit less room than I had on the Jeep, but I've got a couple random things in there. Got some shoes, luggage for my 2 weeks in Kentucky, but it's a decent amount of space, you know, just a little bit, so some stuff can shove in here. So I shove my rain jacket in there, and then here's kind of random. That's trash. I should throw that away. I've got an extra chair, my hiking boots, my flip-flops, so even though it's more convenient for me to get in that way, because there's obviously more space, realistically I get in this way and it's really not that hard. I mean, you put one foot here and you're in, and so I take off my shoes here and then just throw them in there, and then when I come out I slide out this way, and it's because there's a door handle here. There's no door handle on the inside of that big back door, so getting out, you don't get out that way, so I get in and out this way, which is why this is here. So but yeah, so, and my hat hangs there. Oh, this yoga mat, I had sanded and stained this wood, and so this bed platform, which I showed in my other video, it's great, but it does slide. It slides on the wood, and so I threw a yoga mat in there and it works. It keeps it from sliding and it stays in place, so it's pretty great. I keep 2 pillows just because, and I have like this quilt, and then I have like what is this, like a felt blanket, don't know what this is called. That's all I brought for this trip. I was very cold the other night. I was staying at Balsam Mountain. It was very, very cold, but oh well. And I keep my windows kind of half open, half closed on the driver's side. So usually if I had my dog with me, she would be there. That would be her spot, but I don't. So this time I just have more luggage, more of my clothes. I keep my camera, always keep it handy because you never know when something cool is gonna pop out at you. Then I have my fridge, and yeah, I used to have one of those 12-volt plug-in like cooling fridges, but it's too bulky, and so I have that one. It's the Walmart brand. It works great. And that's really all I keep. Keeps my towel. Moving right along. It's a nice looking car. Can't say no to that. So just another view. Dirty laundry goes there too. But yeah, that cooler works great. So I keep my camera handy at all times, and then my toiletry bag just hangs right there. And then my maps and stuff, you know, allergy meds. Oh, that is a spider. It's the great outdoors. Please run away. Okay, she's here to stay. All right. And then on this side, same deal. The other side of this container, and then I keep my water sandals there, and then that's like my work backpack, so anything electric goes in there. And here's another view of that storage cubby. But that's it. I need to get rid of that spider. Oh, and she's in my car now. No me gusta. And that's it. That's the vibe. It works great. I have good airflow. I did get cold last night, but that's for lack of preparation. Oh, and then I've got these little lanterns. They just hang on the side of the plastic there. So that's it. That's a tour. Works great. I think in the future, if I was gonna stay longer, I'll probably do not the platform. I'll try to do a platform just to keep it even, since these seats don't fold down flat. But I've seen a couple of videos where people do like side storage, like they build up on the sides and then they have more headroom, and so I think that will be the vibe. Kind of just like, you know, because I kind of just stuff everything there. Like if I could build a shelf and like angle it right, and then that way I would have like cubbies instead of just like one big thing, and then that way I could try to eliminate this bottom stuff. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But But yeah, that was the tour. And one thing I did want to say, this Rav4, even though it's slightly bigger, I like wider, it's not as, it's the same, it seems to be the same length as the Jeep. And so the setup is, I just leave it set up the whole time. But I'm short, I'm 5'3". So like, yeah, if you were somebody who's taller than that, you would probably have to like move the seats forward and like, you know, push the thing forward. But other than that, there's really not set up. So let me know if you have any questions, and yeah.